Do you want that perfect print, or at least near perfect print, on your CR10, CR10 Mini, or Ender 3? Well, it takes a lot of work modifying settings, or does it? Turns out it's been hiding in this sample print the whole time. I'll show you how to extract it and use it on today's Filament Friday. Filament Friday is brought to you every week by the generous donations of these Patreon supporters. So what makes this cat so special? This is the first print I ever did on my CR10 back here. It's the first Creality printer I ever had. And this print is near perfect. You cannot tell it's 3D printed, except for someone really experienced. I mean, most people think it's injected molded. It's that good. But I could never reproduce this on any other print. The files from Creality, not even close. I got profiles from other people that were a lot better, but still, I couldn't reproduce this. I even tweaked a few things. I even tried to make changes to my machines. Still couldn't get this quality. And then I found out you can take the G code from this exact file, import it into Simplify 3D as a profile. It'll extract all those details from the G code and create a profile so you can then use that profile on other prints. So I did that. I'll show you how I did it, and then we'll print this test print to see how it comes out with the cat profile. Here's the file I'm going to test it on. It's the all-in-one 3D print test micro version. So this is really small, very fine detail. So this is going to be a great test for this. So to set this up, I first imported that file into Simplify 3D. So that's the STL file. Now I want to show you, here is the SD card that I got with my original CR10 and CR10 Mini. Under the modal file, there's a Cat.G code. That's the one we're going to use. So now in Simplify 3D, I have to go to File, Import FFF Profile. Normally it's going to look for a .fff file, but in this case, it allows me to pick G code. So I select my Cat.G code, click Open, and then it says the following profile has been successfully imported, and it calls it CR-10. So it knows it came from a CR10. So I click OK, and now I have that profile up in the drop-down menu. Now off screen, it's way at the bottom. I got way too many profiles, but trust me, it's down at the bottom, and there it is, CR10. So now I can show you what's inside this thing. And the first thing I noticed, the extruder. Check this out. The extrusion multiplier is 0.90. Not 100%, it's 90%. And manual setting of 0.4. Look at this retraction. 12 millimeter retraction and 100 millimeters per second speed. That is way higher than I would set anything, but you'll see that it worked really well. Layer height, 0.12. Not 0.1, not 0.15, 0.12. 4 top and bottom layers, 2 outer perimeter shells, inside to out. First layer, 90%. Okay, here's another thing. Skirt and brim. It's using a skirt and brim. It's going to, now this I would set up a little bit different, but that's what that is. And then infill 20%, so port, not set, not enabled, but temperature. 50 millimeters or 50 degrees on a bed, 200 degrees on a filament. I could easily change that, but I'm going to go with it. Cooling, it does have cooling enabled. And G code, I'll come back to that. Speeds, 50 millimeters per second for this print. Just fine. I print at that all the time. So once I accepted that, I noticed the bed was way too big. This is not an Ender 3 where I want to print it, so I need to resize this. So I need to go back into the settings and go into G code. And here it shows the bed size. They got this from the G code file. 300 by 300, so I'm going to put the 220 by 220 by 250 in here, which is the Ender 3 size. So this really doesn't matter for the print that much, but I want it to represent the Ender 3. And I should probably change that name, so let's come up here and we're going to change this to Ender 3. And so I know it's the cat file, I'm going to say Ender 3 cat. That way I know it's the cat profile. So I'll click OK, and so now I have that profile, and now it looks more like an Ender 3. So I'll center it to the bed, and now we're ready to slice this thing and see how it looks. So prepare to print. It slices it pretty quickly. You can see it's got the brim around it or the skirt around the sides. I'm not going to change that right now. I'll just use a tool to scrape that off later. But here's the print, and all the detail is coming out and looking good, which Simplify 3D will normally tell me it isn't there. This looks really good. So let's print this thing and see how it turns out. I broke most of the brim or skirt off, but there's still a rough edge. So I'm going to use the deburring tool from my Filament Friday toolkit. This thing works great. The head pivots and rides right along the edge and takes off that extra little junk that you can't get off. It makes a nice smooth edge. I'll put a link to this kit in the description below. It's got a lot more tools than just this. So now let's look at a close-up of how this print turned out. So here's a close-up of the posts. They're not perfect, but they're pretty darn good. And the bridging was great. The posts are solid. This is a pretty clean print. The angling of the letters is pretty easy to read. There's a little bit of lines because of that stacking effect, but it went all the way up to 80-degree hangover without any sagging. The detail with the gaps and the lines on the side, very fine detail, looks great. I tried some Filament Friday green. Some of it came out better. Some of the letters had some little nerds on them. But the bridging on this thing and the posts at the back, fantastic print. I tried some silver. It looks a little grainy across the numbers, but the posts and the bridging here, I think this is the best of the bunch. And the lettering at the back, very easy to read. This came out, I think, the best. So is this a perfect print? No, but it's near perfect. I don't think you can get much better than this. I actually printed this on some of my other printers. I couldn't do better quality. So I think this works. Now I need to experiment with it, adjust to different layer heights, try different settings, but the fact is it was all hiding right here in the cat. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe check out some of the other videos that are popping up. If you want to help support the channel, maybe support me through Patreon, and if nothing else, click on that CHEP logo and subscribe. I'll see you next time right here at Filament Friday.